There's something very dangerous about business storytelling. It's the temptation to embellish the reality about your business, your organization. I urge you to consider telling the truth and not trying to spin your business in a way that is not you, that doesn't align to your culture, your value, and your identity, your values and your identity. I urge you to consider that the number one priority for you is to tell the truth about what your business does, what it intends to do, to achieve, and how it intends to go about it. Countless times I see business leaders, entrepreneurs really uncomfortable trying to tell a story that just doesn't correspond to them. They're trying to use a template or model some other business leader, CEO, or brand, thinking that they can apply the same recipe to themselves, and they get stuck. It's really hard, because if you're in that mode, it's like trying to wear clothes that are not yours. It's the wrong size, the wrong fit. It just doesn't feel good, and you're trying to come across as somebody that you're not. And so this metaphor works really, really well for your business. Don't try to have your business wear a set of clothes that doesn't correspond to what it is, really. Building a strategic narrative is an exercise in telling the truth. It's about learning to tell the truth regarding what's happening in your environment, what's happening in your market. If you really confront the truth with something that you've observed for a while that doesn't feel right, you will earn people's trust. You will differentiate, and you will invite people who've also probably have seen that same thing as you did, but didn't dare disrupting the status quo or ruffling anybody's feathers because they're too fearful. If you have the courage, if you're strong enough, if you have the courage to call out on what's wrong in your market and what should be changed, all of a sudden your business idea, your business, your entity, your offer, your organization becomes more singular, right? Becomes more unique, because what you're creating now is that you're building a point of view that stands out because it sticks out from what everybody else thinks. I urge you to let go of the pressure and the temptation to craft yet another story that is not yours because you've heard that this framework or that storytelling framework may work with you. If you feel like it doesn't, just let go. Just stop immediately. Just let go of that and go back to the basics of why in the first place you decided to either start this business or join this business, and where do you intend on taking it, and what is the value that you're planning on bringing to your customers. What is the impact you're trying to create for your ecosystem? Really, again, may sound like a broken record here, but building a strategic narrative is about being true to your team, being true to the people around you, and also being true to yourself. Because in the end, what you will look at is if you were able to build a business with love, with compassion, with authenticity, if you made the right things, the right decisions, if you took the right turns when you could have maybe cut some corner, just skipped, or really kind of manipulated something. Did you stick to your integrity? Were you able to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I really want to address something that needs to be told here, that everybody looks at and no one dares raising their hand and say, we got to do something different here. All right, a bit of a philosophical reflection today, but I hope this strikes a chord. Keep in mind, building a strategic narrative is about telling the truth.